Hi everyone, Coach Glory here. Today I want to share with you a lesson I learned a while back. Hopefully you would learn one or two things from the story I share with you today. You see, and this story is from Exodus chapter 4. You see, the part where Moses had so much unbelief. All right, he doubted himself so much. He was being told to go to Pharaoh, speak to Pharaoh about letting the Israelites go. But Moses felt inadequate. He felt he wasn't the right person to be sent to Pharaoh because he was slow with his speech. He felt he stuttered. Okay, so he felt he wasn't eloquent enough to stand before Pharaoh and talk to Pharaoh about letting the people go. And what happened next was God showed him a few miracles. One of the miracles was where Moses was instructed to put the staff he had in his hand down on the ground. So God asked Moses there, "What do you have in your hand?" And Moses looked. All he had was a staff, or a rod, as some of you would refer to it. Moses said to God, "I have in my hand a staff." And then God told him to put the staff on the ground. And Moses followed that simple instruction by putting the staff on the ground, and the staff turned to a snake. Moses ran back because he was shocked to see the change that the staff he had in his hand turns to a snake. And then God gave him further instructions. God said, "Pick the snake by the tail." And Moses followed that instruction. He obeyed. He followed the instruction and picked the snake by the tail. And the snake turned back into the staff. You see, and God went on to show Moses more miracles. Even with everything he was shown, Moses still didn't believe in himself, in his ability to stand before Pharaoh and talk to Pharaoh about letting the people go. Moses needed more convincing. Moses even further on told God, he said, "Can you please find someone else to do this?" In spite of all the miracles God had shown to Moses, Moses said, "Can you please find someone else to do this?" And then God, at that point, I think he had had enough. He told Moses to, he said his cousin was coming, and the cousin came, and he became Moses's mouthpiece because Moses lacked so much confidence in himself. Now, this story has helped me in so many ways over the years, in my life, in so many ways. One way this story helped me was I needed a job many years ago, and I was with an agency. The agency wasn't giving me, coming with jobs as I expected. I think they were they said they had no jobs at the moment. It was very busy and all of that. So one day I sat in my room meditating, just reflecting, what do I do now? I really need a new job. I think it was at the beginning of the year then, and I needed a new job. And then I heard that same question, what do you have in your hand? I said, what do I have in my hand? What a question. The question just dropped within me. And I said, I just thought to myself, what do I really have in my hand? Remember, at this point, I was looking for work. I was looking for a job. So what do I have in my hand relevant to what my need was at that time? Again, it dropped within me. Your laptop. You have a laptop. It was so funny. Not funny, but it was just interesting. So first I heard, what do you have in your hand? The next thing that came was my laptop. So I went and I got my laptop. So you can see the series of instructions. When you get an instruction, you have to follow that instruction first before the next instruction comes. The same thing with Moses. So I followed that instruction. I got my laptop out. And the next thing that came was, what schools, because I'm a secondary school teacher, what schools in the area or what schools would you love to work in? And I thought about the schools, and I think I came with, 3 or 5 schools then. I can't remember exactly now. And I put them in order of priority, and I wrote, and the next instruction was to write to each school, the head teacher of each school. And I did that. There was no ChatGPT then that you guys use now and all of that. So I sat down, I wrote an email, and I sent it to the first school. The same email, I did a Google search for their email addresses. The same email, I changed the name of the head teacher of the school, and I emailed the other head teacher, and I did that for all the, I think 3 is coming to me. The 3 schools I picked at that time. Interestingly, I think I only heard back from one school, if I'm right. And that school, immediately the head teacher responded to my email and asked me to come and see her. So I went to the head teacher at that time, and we had a meeting. Immediately, I was given the job. And immediately she asked me, how much would you like to earn? Imagine, she did not say, we are going to pay you this amount. I was asked, how much? I was like, wow. Immediately, an amount dropped in my heart, and I expressed it, and I was granted that amount. There was no deduction. Nothing was removed from it. I was given and I was told to start. Immediately, I started that job. I couldn't believe it. I was like, we have all the resources, everything we need to excel. We have everything given to us. We just don't know it. So we stay in unbelief, we stay in doubt. Now, I'm going to refer this same Exodus 4 back to marriages. Okay, you can apply it in any area of your life. The Bible is there for us to apply to every area of our lives. It's our manual. It's a manual God has given to us as humans. If we are stuck, we are unsure, the Bible has answers. Okay? Now, in your marriage, you may have doubts. You may have experienced regrets. I'm not saying these are things that couples go through. Yes, as a relationship coach, I've sat down with people who are in regret, who feel that there's nothing left. My question to you today is this: what do you have in your hand? You may wonder, how does that relate to my marriage? What's that got to do with my home? What's that got to do with what I'm going through right now? Maybe you're at the verge of giving up. My question again is, what do you have in your hand? You may just have a memory of good times. That may be something you have in your hand that can help you, both of you, think about ways to make things work. How can you ensure that you have that lovely time again? It may be something your spouse, maybe an attribute they have. Yeah, it may, just think about it. This is not a one shoe fits all kind of thing. Every marriage is different. Everyone is different. We are all individuals. So think about your situation. What's that one thing you have in your hand that you feel might be a turnaround for both of you? So I put it to you today. It's up to you to think about that which you have in your hand and work with it. And ask God for wisdom to speak to you, to direct you, to give you those step-by-step instructions, because that's very important. There are instructions for each stage. So first, you find time to pray, to reflect, and receive. When you receive that instruction, follow it. Okay? Once you are done following that instruction, you will definitely get the next instruction. So that's what I thought to share with us today. I hope you have learned one or two things from this life transforming message. It has worked in my life. Over the years, in different situations, that Bible verse comes to me and it has helped me tremendously. So it came to me today to share this, and I hope it's been useful. Thanks once again, and do write. I love reading your comments. Type your comments. I'll respond to them as soon as I see what you've typed there. Thanks for watching, and do share my channel with your friends and family. Invite them to watch my videos. All right, I look forward to seeing you again in the next video where I read your comments. And remember to share, comment, like, subscribe, do everything that needs to be done. Press the notification bell so that when I share new videos, you get the notifications. Thanks once again for being here. Have an amazing summer. If you're on holiday, whatever you do, stay safe. Bye for now.